Hey, it's Mila. As you know, I just finished my big research paper. And now I need to create my Works Cited. Works Cited sources can include 9 core elements. Each source in the list of Works Cited is composed of elements common to most sources that make up MLA's core elements. They are assembled in a specific order. The concept of containers is important to MLA Style. When a source is part of a larger whole, the larger whole can be thought of as a container that holds the source. For example, a chapter may be contained in a book, the chapter is the source, the book is the container. We will go over these elements in the next few slides. Each source begins with the name of the author or creator. The name of the first author is always inverted, which means their last name is listed first followed by their first name. If there is a second author for the source, the second author's name is shown in the typical order of first name followed by last name. For sources with 3 or more authors, provide only the first author's name in the inverted style, followed by et al. In some situations, an organization may be credited as the author or creator of a source. In that situation, use the name of the organization. However, if the organization is both the author and publisher of the work, start with the title of the source, instead of the name of the author. You should always include the full title of the source, including any subtitles. Use title case formatting for your title. If there is no title, give a short description of the source using normal sentence case. The styling of the title depends on the type of source you're using. Italics are used when the source is self-contained, such as a whole book, movie, or website. Quotation marks are used when the source is part of a larger whole, such as a chapter from a book. If you are providing a description of a source without a title, no styling is necessary. A container is a larger work that the source you're citing appears in. This is most commonly seen when citing an academic article that is published in a journal. When you're citing a source that is self-contained, such as a book, you leave this element out. When styled, containers always appear in italics. A source can have more than one container. This might happen when streaming a television show or accessing an academic article from a database. In most cases, only the title and location of the second container is included for the source entry. Most often for electronic resources, this is a DOI or URL. Contributors are added after the container title and always end with a comma. Use a description to indicate their involvement or contribution to the work, such as translated by, illustrated by, edited by, or directed by. If a work has more than 3 contributors, follow the same use of et al. As a source with 3 or more authors. When there is more than one version of a source or work, indicate the version you used. This might look like using the second edition of a book, an abridged version of a work, or the director's cut of a movie. Some source types have numbered parts and should be included in the citation. For articles or magazines, this might include a volume or issue number. A television show would include a season and/or episode number. Book and movie sources always include the publisher. This is typically the company responsible for producing and distributing the source. Books include the book publisher. Movies or television include the production company. For some sources, the publisher is already included elsewhere in the source entry. This is most commonly seen when the publisher of the website is the same as the website name. When the publisher is already present in the source, omit the publisher element. The publisher is not typically included for newspapers, magazines, and journals. Websites, platforms such as YouTube or Netflix. When available, always include the publication year. If you know additional details such as month, day, or even time of publication, you can include those components as well if they help the reader locate the source. Date ranges are also an option if applicable. Some sources may have multiple publication dates, so use the date most relevant to your research and the date of the edition used. When a source doesn't include a publication date, use the date of when you accessed the information. Location information varies depending on the type of source you cite. For journal articles, provide the DOI with http://. For a stable URL, provide the URL without http://. For a book chapter, provide the page range for the chapter. A web page includes the URL without https://. For a physical object or live event, name the location and city. I'll be following these guidelines to create my works cited and format all my sources with the necessary information.